I'll share how I climbed 10,000 steps on the Great Wall in -5 degrees Celsius wind and persevered to create a watercolor painting. Can I ask you a quick favor? Creating these videos takes a lot of time and effort. As the sole creator of this channel, I handle everything, from filming and painting to editing. The simplest and complete free way to support me is just by hitting the subscribe button. Here's my promise to you. If you subscribe, I'll do everything I can to make this channel better for you every single week. I'll listen to your feedback, try new ideas, and ensure it's always worth your time. When I'm visiting Great Wall, there's two options I got. Either I can go to Mountain View or paddling. Paddling is kind of like more touristy spot. There's a lot of people there, whereas Mountain View is less crowded, and there's also a lot of beautiful sceneries. And it's also hard to climb, and my favorite part is you can slide down from the top to the bottom. This is how my journey began. I took a taxi to go to the tourist group where we met near the subway station, and I booked this trip through this tourist service through trip.com, and this is the bus we took to go to the Mountain Great Wall. And again, it took like an hour and a half, like an hour and 45 minutes. And you can see that it's really cold inside the bus. You know, the glass are frosted already. And we just landed here, and this is the entrance for Mountain View. And our tourist guide got the tickets, and you can see it here. So from here, I have to walk a little bit more, a little bit further. I have to take another shuttle bus service, which takes another 10 to 15 minutes to go at the top of this Great Wall. And this is the Great Wall trail map, and I went on the west side, which says 20 there. And there is also 20 viewpoints or view spots where you can take pictures and stay there. And you can see that you could take the cable car on the west side. It goes to the 14th viewpoint. Then you can go to the 20th viewpoint, and that's my final spot. And you can see that from this trail map how steep it is. It's almost 85 degrees. And that's why my tour guide was surprised that I'm going on the west side instead of the east side, because I want to do the west side because I want to take the 10,000 steps, and I also want to make sure that, you know, I climb the Great Wall. I want to be proud of it. And the other good part is, if you climb the west side and if you walk to the east side, and you can also slide down, use like this tobogganing slide, and it was pretty fun, and that's why I picked this route. So after the shuttle bus dropped us off, so we have to go to the cable car on the west side, so we can just climb to the west side and start climbing to the 20th spot as I shown in the map. And even walking to the cable car was really steep, and it was a little bit difficult. And this is the cable car, and I was lucky enough that, you know, I walked really fast, and there's no one with me in the cable car, and it was really nice. And you could see that how steep it is. It's not like that easy to climb this. And you can also see a view of the Great Wall from here, and a little bit from here. That's one of the, I think that's the 15th spot, but we are going to the 14th viewpoint, and we'll be climbing from there. And you can see that this is another spot I saw, and I was like when I see it, I was like amazed and how crazy it is. You can see the mountains, which is at the back of the Great Wall, and you can see like certain viewpoints there as well. And I was thinking like how they built this back in the day. And this is where a lot of people were taking pictures here. And you can see this is where I'm gonna start, and you can see the climb. And when I saw it, I was intimidated. I think I was not gonna make it, but again, every journey, you know, starts with a single step. So I kept walking, and again, I was having this, you know, time back in my mind, because I have to make back at 4:30, because that's a bus they leave, because they gave us like almost 6 hours to spend here. And you can see that I'm walking there, and it gets a little bit closer, and you can see that how steep it is from here. And whenever I see even though, so I walked really fast to this part, and this is the craziest and the hardest climb I did. And this is almost 85-degree slope, and I walked a little bit and I stopped here because I was out of breath. So I'm just catching up to my breath. And this is the view at the top of this 20th spot. And you can see there's some city and a lot of people were resting here. And I also didn't have my breakfast, so I was just having some fruits and I have some coffee, and I brought a lot of snacks with me. And I also a lot of water supplies as well. So I want to make sure that I hydrate to climb down. And you can see that how steep it is. It's even crazier when you get closer to this 20th viewpoint as well. A lot of people were taking pictures near this rock, and it says if you climb this far, it means you're a real man. So I thought like might as well take a picture here so that I can show to people that, you know, I'm a real man too. And it was fun. And they're also selling gold medals next to this rock, and you can also, you know, buy the gold medal and take a picture with the gold medal as well. So now I started heading back to the east side. I thought of covering the east side too, and hopefully I can make it in time. And now I'm started heading down, and even like when I was getting down on the step, it was a little bit hard. And I was walking on the side, but it was a little bit easier because and you can see that I'm showing the view again. You can see it's kind of crazy how far I, you know, climbed up. And these are a couple of the spots I took pictures of. There's also a lot of views everywhere wherever you go. And even when I was walking back, there is also there's a lot of steep hills as well. And you can see that in a couple of spots, and you can see that I was close to the east side a little bit, and there's also a little bit of nice scenery from here as well. You can see the cable car where we came in the beginning, and I just passed that viewpoint, so now I'm going to the other side. And this is what my tour guide was saying, that east side has a lot of more scenery and it's easier, and a lot of older people and people with kids, they usually go on this side. Yeah, you can see that we walked quite a bit from the cable car, and I think this is the cable car which goes to the east side, and you can just walk from here, and you can see that it's really steep, but it's not that bad because since I climbed the west side first, and this was a little bit easier compared to the other one. And you can also see on the left there was like a viewpoint there, and I also went and checked it out. I thought I can go at the top, but they closed it, and it wasn't that great. And you can see that this is another like a view spots where you can, you know, come and take pictures. And this is where somebody stopped me and started asking about questions about my DJI, and I'm trying to answering them, and they don't want to let me go. But after they let me go, and I started keep walking. And this was a little bit easier to climb down because there's a lot of steps. And these are the viewpoints I was talking about. Like whenever you see something, you can see like these windows, and this is where the soldiers will, you know, look after for like enemies coming to the border, and they can signal. And you can see that we are close to I did like past the east side a little bit, couple of viewpoints, but I want to go to the east side, which is close to the slideway and where we can slide down, because if I'm out of time, so I can just go back really fast, because I don't want to miss it. And I think you can see that the flag where it is, that's where the slideway is. So there's also a lot of cats like nearby in the Great Wall too, and a lot of people are taking pictures, so I was amazed by it as well. This is a spot I picked through the east side because this was close to the slideway. So if I was out of time, I can go back and get the slideway down and catch my bus. Even while I was setting up for this painting, and a lot of people asked me a couple of questions, what I was going to do. Before I even started, a lot of people started taking pictures, and what I was surprised to do as well. I'm not gonna lie, it was quite a bit of cold there. It was almost like -5 to -7, and again, I got a little bit of practice doing some paintings before in cold weather like this, so I got used to it. And again, when I'm in a situation like this, I try to paint as fast as I can. When I talk about the gesture, it's usually in an environment or landscape like this, it's usually the lighting. If you capture the lighting and the shadows, and everything comes alive. Again, when I was painting, my hands were like freezing cold, but I was a little bit warm because I was walking for a long time. I was sweaty, and even though it was fine, and I was kept going. And a lot of people surrounded me, even though I haven't applied any washes yet. I was just sketching it, and they were asking questions like, how come like I can able to capture something in front of me really fast? And again, when I started painting in China, it was a little bit intimidating, but I got anxious, but and it got easier as I paint. So as for the supply goes, I won't talk about the supplies that much in this video. But here's the link, and you can go and watch this video. And I went over the supplies, what I'm using this in this planer kit, and I'll go through all the things in the other video. So the first thing first, I applied a wash really fast. It's a warm sky, and it's always like a little bit of a blue in it. So you can use Cobalt Blue or any kind of blue in it. And again, if you see in the beginning of the video, if you see the old Great Wall, the east side from here to all the way top, there's thousands of trees. So again, I don't have time, and when you do plein air or any kind of painting you do, it's just capturing and thinking everything in a single shape. And that's the most important thing I tell myself when I paint, because that way you can see that I quickly block my trees as one single shape. I try to mix different bit of colors here and there just to show the variations and not just everything, putting each and every tiny trees in it. And this way when I paint, and you can see that I also try to treat this as a one single shape, and that also helps a lot to paint. And a couple of people want to see my painting, so I'm just showing the paintings. They were asking me like, did you do any other paintings? So I was showing like, oh, these are the paintings I did from China, like Tian. And you can also watch a couple of the videos in my other videos as well. And you can see that I'm painting that. And when you paint, you meet a lot of people, and a lot of people come and talk to me, and they'll ask a lot of questions about my watercolor, how long have you been doing it, if I'm professionally trained, and you get a lot of questions. But in China, especially here, like not that many people spoke English. But in Toronto, if I do it, or if I paint somewhere else, a lot of people come and ask a lot of questions. And again, you can see that I blocked the gesture of the lights. So now I'm adding the shadows. So this is where everything comes alive. As an artist, when you just capture the light and shadow, and everything falls in place. Again, you have to think in forms. And if you don't know how to paint light and shadows, or how to think in forms, or how to think about values, go and check my videos. I've made a lot of videos in the previous year, so you can go and check it out. And you can see that the light is coming from the top right. And so, been painting for a while, so I also know how lighting works. And sometimes I can paint without looking at it, because my mind kind of trains in such a way that I think everything in light and shadows. So that you have to keep in mind while you paint. And again, so the other thing, a lot of people get really get intimidated or get scared while painting is just matching what's in front of you. And whenever I teach classes, even in person or teaching outside, I usually tell them, don't focus on what you're gonna get. Just focus on what you can capture as fast as you can, and think that it's your painting, and express the way you want it. And that's what I try to do every time I paint. And a lot of people ask me, like, even here somebody asked me, they also went to art school, and they say like, how come like I was able to capture the gesture really fast? So I say like, I trained myself, and I painted for quite a bit, so it kind of helped me a lot. And you can see that I started from the top to the bottom. So that's another way of thinking that not smearing your paint. And it also helps me to align my values. So I'll start with a low value at the top, and as it comes to close to me, I usually make it really darker. And this is the stairs I was sitting on, the steps I was sitting on. So I want to create a dynamic perspective. So it kind of helps to lead into the painting, and that's what I was trying to do. And you can see that I'm adding the steps. And as soon as I added that, you can also see that it kind of created this really nice Z composition or Z composition. It kind of like this radiating lines going in there. So now I'm kind of happy with the lights on the buildings and a couple of viewpoints. So there's a lot of viewpoints in Great Wall of China, and you can see that I added like 1, 2, and 3. And there's also a couple, if you in the videos, if you guys see, you can see that there's like this viewpoints everywhere. And this is where they just, the soldiers will stand, and if the enemies are coming, they just alert the military, who is waiting to, fight the enemy. And they also have this system called whistling. So if they have one whistle, it means like there's only few people. If they do 2 whistle, it means like it's kind of like 1,000 people or 500 people. If you do 3 whistles, it's 1,000. And if they keep on blowing, just run away. So they have a kind of system where they use some whistling to alert the other military soldiers so they can be, ready for it. And you can see that quite fast I was able to add the shadows on the other side. And again, I was painting this as fast as I can because I have to catch my bus, and I was being aware of it. Again, if I was able to capture this gesture light and shadows, if I have time, then I'll go and add more details. And in a way that when I finished this, I was thinking like, oh, so I have more time, so I can add more details. So this is kind of like a other darker value I add at the end, because this also creates like a contrast, as well as creates this 3-dimensional element to our painting. And you can see that this is a brush, it comes with this watercolor painting brush, and you can also have water in it, but I didn't use it, but I just used it as a brush because it gives this really nice crisp marks, sharp marks, and it also used as a dry brush as well. And it's a couple of things I want to talk about. If you're painting something in an environment like this, I would say like do a small painting. This is a small painting, but it's quite a big for if you're a beginner. And do a couple like in a spot like this, then get comfortable and slowly build up your momentum. Because the first time when I painted in cold, my hands got frozen and my brushes got frozen. I think I showed in my previous video of Temple of Heaven, not Temple of Heaven, in Beijing, and you can also go and watch this video, and I showed the entire process. How I did a planer. I also shown like how my brushes are frozen. And now I'm happy with my painting. So now I'm thinking about how can I enhance this painting. So this is kind of like the final details. This is like where I could add like create 3-dimensional depth and everything. So the one thing I noticed is I made the top, the viewpoint, it kind of looks like a house, as you can see in the beginning of the video. The thing is like I feel like I made it a little bit bigger. I would have made it smaller. So again, even though now I show this painting to someone, they get amazed like how I could able to capture it, and even though I made it a little bit bigger, and it kind of worked in my way. So that's what I was talking about, being in the momentum and like painting it and not worry about what's in front of you. So if that way when you paint, in a way when you show to people and you are showing your painting and you're showing what you could create it and what in front of you. If you just copied what's in front of you, might as well take a picture and go home and show it to people. Again, this is a memory will cherish in my memory for lifelong, because I can use this sketchbook, and when I look at it, the memory of being here and watching the 10,000 steps and painting in -5 kind of comes from this painting. And that's what I was trying to achieve, and it's a most amazing experience, and I definitely recommend, even if you're a beginner painter, when you travel, just try to do this, because there's nothing that the way you connect with your traveling is different than taking pictures. I took a lot of pictures, I took a lot of videos. As you guys see in the beginning, I showed like each and every step, like where I was and how I did it. The other thing I also did, like personally, I was scared by traveling by myself, but when I challenged myself to do this, painting at Great Wall of China in a new country by yourself, where I don't know the language, and this gave me an confidence that I could travel anywhere in the world, and I could do my planar painting even it's like -10 or -20. So if you ever get a chance like this to travel anywhere, instead of taking pictures, try to do a quick sketch or a painting like this. Definitely it will cherish your memory. This is how the painting looks like. Personally, I didn't like it after I finished the painting. but when I came home and looked back at this painting, I was amazed, and it also cherished my memory and able to survive that cold. This is how the Slideway Down looks like. It's kind of like tobogganing. They give a small seat to sit, and you can push it, and you can also use a brake to hang on to it. And that's the one I'm holding. So if you go forward, it goes fast, and if you pull back, it breaks it down. And they also stopped a couple of times where people are piled up, and it goes really fast. And I did a lot of videos in my mobile because they keep on saying not to record it, and I did a couple of videos in my DJI. And this is how I climbed down, and at last I was saying bye to Mount the Great Wall of China. And it was an emotional experience, and I was thinking, I don't know when I'm going to be back in China or the Great Wall again. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss my uploads every Saturday. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep creating, and I will see you in the next week.